You ever wonder why you keep falling off, even when you're trying to get your shit together? Like you've got goals, you're doing the work, but for some reason you're just always behind, or at least you feel behind. You still feel stuck. Yeah. Look, it's not because you're lazy, it's because you're just carrying too much. And look, no one ever taught you how to put it down, right? You're not unmotivated, you're not weak, you're not broken, you're just tired, you're just fed up from fighting a war in your head that nobody else can see. And look, the scariest part is that you've been carrying it for so long that it just feels normal now. Like we say things like we want to get better. We say that we're ready for the next level. But how can you climb when you're still dragging years of unspoken pain behind you? Now look, I've seen it in people around me. Men who are trying to get their life together, trying to improve, trying to heal, just trying to get back up. But for some reason, every step forward just feels like a battle, an uphill battle. And they just can't figure out why. They think they lack discipline or motivation, but what they really have is weight. And what that weight carries is years of guilt, years of trauma, shame, rejection, and silence. They they go to bed with it. They wake up with it. They train with it. They work with it. And they'll try to smile through it. They'll even crack a few jokes just to mask it. They try to stay strong through it. But deep down, it's heavy and no one notices until it breaks them. That's why I say you're not lazy, you're just carrying too much weight. And bro, I get it. I totally get it. I mean, look, there were times where I felt the exact same way. I mean, from the outside I looked perfectly fine. No issues, no complaints, no nothing. But on the inside I was in pieces and no one knew because I didn't show it. You ever feel like that? Like you've been strong for so long that you just don't know how to let your guard down anymore. So what do? You just keep to yourself. You shut up, you stay quiet, you keep pushing, you keep pretending. But deep down, you're running on fumes. Right now, that was me. I mean, some days I just didn't want to conquer the world. Some days I just could not be fucked. I just didn't want to fall apart by 3 p.m. And it wasn't because I didn't care. It wasn't because I didn't want to do better. It's because I had so much pain that I hadn't processed yet. And it was leaking into everything I did. I'd wake up and feel behind. I feel like I was already failing before the day even started. Even when I was trying, even when I had support, even when I was doing all the right things, it didn't matter because I was still carrying what I refused to face. Now, that's the shift that changed everything for me, right? I stopped asking, why do I keep falling off? And I started asking, what am I still holding on to that's keeping me stuck, that's keeping me in this mess, in this hole? What's pulling me down, right? And that's when it clicked. I didn't need more motivation. I just needed healing. I needed to look at what I'd buried, what I hadn't processed internally, what I thought I'd moved on from, but was still holding on to that was still deep down, right? And look, I'm not here to play therapist, psychologist, or anything like that. I'm not saying that you don't need to cry every day or revisit every dark memory, but I am saying this: you can't outwork pain that you haven't faced because eventually, I mean, that shit's going to catch up to you. And when it does, it shows up as sabotage, self sabotage. Because when you're in this state of mind, what do? You start skipping your habits, ghosting your goals, letting self doubt take the wheel. So here's the truth: you're not lazy. You're just tired of carrying shit that was never meant to define you. And yeah, it wasn't your fault. What happened to you, what you went through, the things that you just didn't deserve. But healing, that's on you now. At some point, you've just got to say, fuck this. I'm not carrying this shit for the rest of my life. I'm going to use it. I'm going to take this thing that's been weighing me down and flip the script, right? Use it to my advantage. Use it to propel me forward. At least that's what I did. I took the pain, took the setbacks, the silent nights where I just felt like giving up, throwing in the towel, and I turned it into fuel. Not because I'm special or smart, not because I'm built different, but it's because I made a decision that this story wasn't going to end with me folding or giving up. So if you're watching this and it feels like I'm talking directly to you, I am. Because I know what it's like to carry it all and just pretend you're okay. Go on about your day, smile and wave at people and, tell yourself that I'll do it later kind of thing. But bro, it's time. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. Let go of the need to suffer in silence. It's not weakness to feel. It's not weakness to admit the load is fucking heavy, right? No matter what, just whatever matters to you, whatever you do next, there's a version of you on the other side of this, right? That version, it doesn't run from pain. That version of you, they use it. He uses it. She uses it. He doesn't want to wait for someone to save him. He leads himself. That's who we're becoming. Now, if this hits, drop a comment. Tell me what pain you're done carrying or what story you're ready to rewrite. And if you've got a brother who's been stuck in his own silence, fighting this quiet battle on his own, send this to him. Because he's probably heard it all. Like, he doesn't need more advice. He just needs to know that he's not the only one. Now, this isn't content. This is for the ones who are done pretending and are ready to build again. So let's lead. Let's go. Let's get it. And let's conquer.